Great.
Hello, hi everybody, welcome back. Today I am joined by Osh, who is a singer and is into music as he's singer, acting and modelling. So Osh, tell me a bit more about you.
Hi. So first of all, do I spell your name as Malachi?
Yeah,
Do I say
Malachi.
Malachi? Okay, perfect. Just so we know. Yeah. So as you said, I'm really into music these days. I'm really, 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 really inspired by inspiring other people. As funny as that sounds, there's something about when people approach you after your performance and they say, "Oh, I loved it. You made me cry," or "I was really inspired by your performance," or "You're amazing. Keep doing it." Um, this really, really drives me these days, and so that comes from my performing side, which is I'm a pianist at the moment. Yes, I do sing, as you said. It's not publicly yet, but it will be done. Um, and so modeling's been a really big journey as well, as you said, for the past few years, where I started off with like zero confidence. And as I went through the journey of doing more and more modeling shoots, people have been really kind. They've complimented my looks. They said I'm really unique. And so my confidence really built up to the point where, I joined a few modeling agencies as well, in the past half a year. So it's
And
been really exciting.
you've been under a few modelling agencies, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now you're under Zibdi, but you have been under someone called Ugly Models.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, I mean, what are Ugly Models? Because if somebody saw that name, people would instantly think that they hire people that they perceive as ugly, and obviously that's not the case. So what is Ugly Models?
Okay, so ugly models, yes. It's always that sort of situation when you tell people I'm with ugly models. Does that mean I'm ugly? No, ugly models is it's about people with unique looks. It could be anything from somebody who's got a million piercings, or they've got some facial abnormalities, or even bodily perhaps differences, not necessarily abnormalities, just so somebody who stands out and is unique and different. That's ugly models.
So who have you modelled for before?
Well, before Ugly, I first got invited into Unique Models. That was the first agency that sought me out, and well, they've been first, and they built up my confidence a little bit. I got to meet loads of other models and people. And after that, I was invited to DAM models, who also really surprised me when they reached out, because I was still a newbie in the field.
So you've been under lots of modelling agencies, obviously. So that means that you've worked with brands. So what brands have you worked with?
Okay, well, so in terms of brands, actually, it's not too plenty, but I did manage to work with Samsung, which is the biggest thing that commercially I've done. Then I worked with Gaudy UK, which is a sustainable leather clothing brand at the early days. And then I've just recently worked with, it was one of the, I don't think I can disclose it yet as it hasn't been released, but it's something to do with banks, basically.
Oh, exciting. I look forward to seeing that.
Yes, me too. Absolutely. Looking forward.
So tell me a bit more like about you.
Me, as personally, or
So obviously being on disability, it means you have disabilities. So tell me a bit more about your disability.
hmm sure. Yeah, thank you. So I've been born with a genetic condition, and it's called ectodermal dysplasia. I've actually just met someone from Zebedee who has the very same condition in a different strain of it. So a bit more severe, actually a lot more severe. And it's been really interesting. So when you're born with that sort of condition, your body is affected in a lot of ways, and a lot of things are underdeveloped, such as hair, um, breathing function, um, teeth, and in more severe cases, there could be underdevelopments in hearing and sight as well.
And with so many, obviously, with what your disability,
Yeah.
obviously some of the things that it affects is physical.
hmm
So how do you cope with negativity when somebody comments on that part of that insecurity?
That's a good question. So, in my younger days, when I was in school, it used to be quite a challenge to cope with it because I didn't really have the perspective that I do now about people who negatively comment on your looks or yeah, or pointing something out. So I used to really take it in and take it personally and overthink it. But these days, if I'll hear anything like that, I will say, okay, look, this person is obviously ignorant and they don't, well, they don't, um, they don't have the perspective in a way. So I'll be like, I'll see them as somebody who's not aware. I mean, I wouldn't like to make them my enemy or something like that. But I'll just kind of think to myself, well, they lack the perspective, and it's okay. But it doesn't mean they're right if they say something negative about you. They just don't understand it.
And was there when you did have those negative moments,
Yeah.
what got you through it? Was there, what did you say to yourself to get yourself through it?
Mm. Well, I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, my family was there for me, so I would share things with my family, and then, either my dad or mom, they would, kind of explain to me the same thing that, well, they don't really understand that, and that would make me feel better. But personally, I would also, I used to really be into computer games. And so um, I used to play games to get through those moments and just, get away from it in a way. Um,
I I think doing stuff we love is a great way to express ourselves, isn't it?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really important to express ourselves, especially when that, because behind a computer screen you can be whoever you want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
You can
what
play
do
any
you?
character. Yeah.
So how? So So you got into modelling and you've been under all these modelling agencies.
Yeah.
So on a more personal level, how was it? Because obviously, did that take a lot of work? Because obviously, did you have to get portfolios for each modelling agency? And
Well, the good part is that the portfolio is mostly the same for every agency. So I did not really have to make separate portfolios. But as you said, yes, the more challenging part was getting the generally getting a portfolio which takes anywhere from 20 to 40 photo shoots. For me, at least, that's what it took.
and is that because, do you think that it's hard to find people that are willing to do the portfolio because of your disability, or?
Oh no, actually quite the opposite. If you're with disability, at least in my case, but I think that it's applicable to most of people with disabilities because of the interesting look. Photographers will be more willing to capture you because that provides something unique to their portfolio as well. That's how I see it. So it was very easy to get photo shoots because photographers were willing to work.
Amazing. And I think that, you've come so far, especially from a young age, being, teased, and but you got through it, and now you express yourself through music, which is absolutely amazing.
It's been,
Yeah, so what's the end goal, really?
oh wow. Well, the first thing that came to my mind is that there's no end goal, but I always have a direction. And for me, the direction is to heal myself and heal others. And that's something I've heard from someone else who's been, in a way, inspiring me. And uh, I mean, it sounded so true to me because really, um, the main thing is for people to feel okay with themselves and to feel okay in a society. That's how I feel. That seems for me to be the main priority in our lives, really. Um, so having said that, I'm trying to focus on something that's going to make me feel okay and make others around me feel okay as well, or as good as possible. And that translates into whatever I'm doing. It's if it's music, I'll be making people feel a little bit more positive, a little bit more inspiring by performing to the best that I can perform. And if it's modeling, I'll try to do my best to also inspire people and engage in photo shoots that perhaps change view on seeing people with disabilities, perhaps in a more approachable, accessible, inclusive way.
And if somebody is going through the same disability as you, whether that is, you're in your teenage years, or if somebody's going through, the same disability as you at the
Mhm.
age you are now,
Yes.
what would you tell them? So in another way, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh, wow. That's such a good question. I actually think about it from time to time. I would say that I would actually the one thing that I would I must say to a person like that is that what you've got is is a gift. It may seem to you like it's a curse, but there are areas in life where it's a big gift, and that's what you've got.
And
That's
I agree. I don't think that, it doesn't have to be necessarily your disability. I think that goes to anybody that is, differently abled.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if people want to, as we come to the end, if people want to follow your journey to become an amazing artist, where can they follow you on?
Thanks for your question. Well, my main outlet source currently is Instagram, and it goes by the handle OSH underscore VEDA. So that's Osh underscore Veda. And it's the main place. Otherwise, for music, it will be the same name through Spotify or YouTube or SoundCloud, anywhere really. Thanks.
And you're absolutely amazing, and I wish you all the best with your career.
No, likewise. I love your questions. I really enjoyed answering them. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Take care, Malachi, right?
Yeah, yeah, Malachi.
Malachi. There we go. All right. All the best.
Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.